Hello and a warm welcome to AD4 TV News Hour, reaching you live from Abuja, federal capital of Nigeria. I am Merciful Ajinamo. Nigeria's President Muhammadu Buhari has ordered a forensic audit of the operations of the Niger Delta Development Commission in the country from 2001 to 2019. The president gave the directive when he received governors of the state in the Niger Delta area of Nigeria, led by Governor Seriake Dixon of Bayelsa in Abuja. The president said that the directive had become imperative in view of the persistent criticism of the operations of the commission. According to the president, what is presently on ground in the Niger Delta region of the country does not justify the huge resources that have been made available to the commission. The president admitted that developing the Niger Delta area requires enormous resources compared to other parts of the country with farmer lands.
We have asked for a forensic audit of what has been happening because the amount of money which the federal government is religiously allocating to NDDC, we would like to see the results on the ground, and those that are responsible for that, I think, will eventually be asked to explain certain issues. The project must be verifiable. I mean, you just can't say you spend so many billions and then when you go, it's only the lagoon you see, and so you don't see the structures that are claimed.
The Minister of Information and Culture of Nigeria, Alhaji Lai Mohammed, says government-owned media outfits are underfunded in the country. Mohammed made this known at an interactive session with the Senate and executive officers of government media organizations at the National Assembly Complex, Abuja, Nigeria. According to a report, there were several news agencies of government in attendance, including News Agency of Nigeria, Nigerian Television Authority, Federal Radio Corporation of Nigeria, and Nigerian Broadcasting Commission, among others.
We know what to do if we want to run FRCN or NTA profitably, but we can't. We have an obligation to keep Nigerian youth employed. We have an obligation to provide social services, but it's not like we don't want to make money. We can make money, but we have constraints, and we are first and foremost a public broadcaster. We are comparing us with a private broadcaster who have no obligation for any social work, who, if you go there and you don't have your money, they won't take your advert. We can do that, sir.
When we establish multimedia unit, we don't generate things. What we generate from our clients, that is our subscribers, is so small to the extent that it will not finance, it will not finance 1% of our operations. We have equipment in all the state of distribution. I'm not talking about Abuja and Lagos because these are our main centers. These are our processing centers. In the state, if you go there now, sir, most of our equipment in the state are working.
We are supposed to have one FM station at least in each of the states of the Federation, and I say supposed to, because that was the policy back in 2003 when these FM stations were opened. Unfortunately, there are a few states up to now, the funding was not or has not yet been provided.
The Executive Vice Chairman of the Nigerian Communications Commission, Umar Dambata, has said that the Commission is introducing an awareness project aimed at sensitizing the Nigerian child on the safe use of the Internet. Dambata affirmed this in an opening remark at a joint workshop on child online protection. The workshop was organized by International Telecommunication Union in collaboration with the Digital Bridge Institute, a training institute established by the NCC in 2004, and an ITU Center of Excellence to bridge the skills gap in the Nigeria telecom sector. Dambata stated that the Internet has become an indispensable element of everyday life and children are not excluded, but particularly vulnerable to its disadvantages because young persons constitute the largest users of the internet.
The Commission is coming up with an awareness project which is aimed at sensitizing the Nigerian child on safe use of the internet. The campaign seeks to, among others, to do the following: provide an online safe haven where the Nigerian child can competitively engage one another in productive and guided interactions. Enable the provision of a safe and secured cyberspace for Nigerian digital citizens, along with promoting positive use. So the campaign I was talking about will, in addition, provide the regional advocacy and awareness for Nigerian child online protection policy and recommend safety measures to be adopted. Provide regional awareness incorporating local languages and cultural norms. So we intend to provide publicity as usual through jingles, through interviews, in all the key Nigerian languages, especially the three, in addition to providing this awareness also in English.
The collaborative efforts of Nasarawa State University as well as Makerere University, Uganda, has culminated in an agreement to network and make science easier for students. Understanding the two-day event which took place in Abuja, Nigeria brought together scholars, policy and communication specialists. Dayo Ojemuiwa reports.
The conference featured a variety of educating and interactive presentations from scholars, which presented opportunity for participants to network with their peers from across the continent. Participants at the event noted that it was a success and recounted some of their thoughts.
I think that the program has been good so far. Yesterday we had a very interactive discussion and some committees were formed, some solutions to science communications were proposed, some networks were formed, and I believe that such a program is very beneficial to Africa in terms of humanizing science and bringing science to the basic level.
I think the experience has been good for me. It's my first time to come to Nigeria, but the people are interesting, and most importantly, the core of the conference. Because science communication, science journalism is critical in the world now. We can't run away from it. It is science that is going to provide solutions to most of the challenges that we are having. So listening to research, listening to scientists, talking to communicators about their challenges and how to make science communication better is really, really impressive, and I'm happy to be here.
Professor Emmanuel Dandawa notes that communication is truly central to the process of scientific research and facilitates the uptake of the findings in such a way as to impact human lives positively. The implementation of ideas, curriculum adaptations, and work groups from the conference is expected to roll out across the continent in the near future. Organizers plan to host future iterations across African cities in rotation.
Engineer Muhammad Haruna, Executive Vice Chairman, National Agency for Science and Engineering Infrastructure, says Nigerian government is set to partner China to commence production of Nigerian-made transformers by 2020. Haruna made this known in an interview with News Agency of Nigeria in Abuja. According to him, the partnership with the Chinese government through the Great China Wall seeks to end the power challenges in Nigeria.
Let me first and foremost be grateful to our chairman, President Muhammadu Buhari, and his government for supporting us, for giving us go-ahead to explore means that the country can proliferate in its power predicament, because of the belief of government that for sustainable power supply in the country, the nation must be producing some components, some equipment, some machine needed in the power sector by itself. We came to China as a result of the open door and collaborative policy of the Chinese government that introduced what they call CAD Fund, Chinese Africa Development Fund. So we started applying and followed the process. We thank God for the approval of even the former government of President Bele Jonathan, who signed the agreement and later on was ratified and approved for continuation by the current administration of President Muhammadu Buhari. The agreement is to ensure that Nigeria is able by itself to produce world-class power transformers and distribution transformers.
You're watching AD4 TV News Hour from Abuja, Nigeria. We'll go on a short break now, and more stories when we return. Do stay. Many thanks for staying tuned. Now, US astronauts Christina Koch and Jessica Meir became the first all-female pairing to carry out a spacewalk Friday, a historic milestone as NASA prepares to send the first woman to the moon. The mission was originally planned for earlier this year, but had to be aborted due to lack of properly fitting spacesuits, leading to allegations of sexism. They began their mission with standard safety checks on the suits and tethers before making their way to the repair site on the station's port side as the sunlit Earth came into view. In a call to reporters a few minutes earlier, NASA Administrator Jim Bridenstine emphasized the symbolic significance of the day. The United Kingdom has reaffirmed its commitment to maintaining its leading position as a global center for education and scientific research. This was contained in a speech delivered by Queen Elizabeth in her customary speech at the state opening of Parliament. According to the British monarch, the United Kingdom will grant new science funding that will make the kingdom a world leader in scientific research and space technology. The new research funding agency is expected to be like that of the United States Advanced Research Project, which provides funding and other forms of support for transformative research. The British monarch also disclosed plans to boost research in a number of ways. These include a more flexible visa system that would make it easier for researchers to settle in the country and end the requirement that a job offer is needed before a researcher could live and work in the United Kingdom. And that's it on the news on AD4 TVRadio News Hour, coming from Abuja, Nigeria. Don't forget you can join the conversation on our website at www.ad4tvradio.com. Like and subscribe to our YouTube page at AD4 TVRadio. Follow us at AD4 TVRadio on Twitter, LinkedIn, Instagram, and Facebook. Many thanks for watching. I am Merciful Ajinamo.